What is up, everybody? Welcome to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Johnny Nunez behind the scenes. He's the director of the Inland Sports Show. We got a big show coming at you tonight. We're going to hit football really, really hard. We've got the Aquinas Falcons head football coach Jordan Brusig joining us. Of course, Aquinas coming off a CIF title last year, going all the way to a state championship game. Also, Vikings running back Alexander Mattison, the pride of Cardinal City, USA. Alexander will join us as well, going through mini camp with the Vikings this week and then coming back home for his annual youth football camp, and highlights from Clayton Kershaw's rehab assignment with the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Yes, Dodger fans, he's on his way back. But leading things off, so excited to have this guy on the show. He is a state champion. It's Cade Moran from Murrieta Mesa, your CIF state champion in the shot put. But donde estás, Cade? Cade, you're on an all expenses paid trip to Mexico. What's going on, man?
Yep, hanging out in Cabo San Lucas right now, having a blast.
I was in Cabo it's been about 2 months now, but man, it is a beautiful part of the country. So I hope you're enjoying that. You deserve it, man. CIF champion in the shot put, runner-up in the discus. When you look back on this state championship in the shot, what really sticks out to you? What resonates with you when calling yourself a state champion?
I think it's just the last 2 years kind of been waiting for a real state championship. I know last year didn't have the real state championship. We had the little one at Arcadia that wasn't the CIF sanction. It wasn't the real deal up in Buchanan High School. So it's kind of these last 2 years really getting serious about track and really wanting the state championship. Finally getting it this year and then getting it and then winning it. So it's been awesome.
Cade, that was exactly what I was going to ask you, because obviously, you did awesome last year, but to have the title of CIF state champion, getting it done this year, I mean, that just carries a little bit more weight, right?
Oh, it 100% does. I know last year some people recognize it, some people don't. The state championship from last year, some people recognize it as like the actual state champion, some people don't. But to finally be called the CIF sanctioned like state championship, it's kind of what I've been dreaming about since I started track freshman year. So it's just awesome.
So, Cade, going into the CIF state meet up there in Clovis at Buchanan High School, I mean, was the goal to maybe double? Did you want to, win the disc and the shot put? Did you feel like maybe the shot was your stronger event? What was the mindset, going into the state meet?
Oh, yeah, going into it, I think these last 2 years, shot put has always been the strength for me. But this year, I know I've added almost 30 feet to the discus PR. So I've loved discus this year, but it's always been shot put has been the strength. But I wanted to win both. But the 2 weeks leading up to it for discus were a little bit of a struggle. So I was kind of just really happy with just like even the day before the qualifying meet, the qualifying day for the finals for discus, it was rough. So going out there and getting second in probably one of the best discus fields ever I was definitely happy with it. But didn't get the win, but still happy with it.
Cade, kind of walk me through that meet, because correct me if I'm wrong, the weather wasn't exactly cooperating, right, up there, especially I think on the prelim day.
Oh, it was. It was pretty good weather. It was a little chilly getting into the night. I know for me it was a little bit different. Usually all our meets are right after school or on the weekends. Invitational, they're in the morning, but these meets are 5:30 and 8:30 at night, and it's just like sitting in a hotel room in the morning, waking up, and all day long, kind of just like really anxious. It was a little bit different, but it was fun.
All right, Cade, correct me if I'm wrong again on this one. So state champion in the shot put, but you have the Riverside County record in the discus?
Yes, discus PR is 207.6, I believe. The new Riverside County record, yeah, but ended up throwing 199 at the state championship meet.
Dang, that's so good. And then, Cade, you're taking your talents to Ann Arbor, man. You're going to be part of the Michigan Wolverines. Yep. I'm a huge Michigan fan. I love their football team, their basketball team. Now I love their track and field team because of you. But are you going to do shot and the disc, or are you going to focus on one? Are you just going to throw everything over there?
Gonna try and throw everything. I mean, I'm going over there for track, so why not score as many points as possible? Maybe even throw the hammer in there. But definitely going to try and just score as many points for the team as possible and just see what I can do.
Have you tried the hammer?
A little bit, a couple times here and there over the summer, and just kind of messing around with it, seeing what would happen, I guess. But yeah, throwing it a little bit.
Cade, you're also a football guy. Do you miss football? Do you feel like maybe I could still play? I mean, or is football done?
I've played football since I was 9 years old. I love football. High school football was awesome. I mean, missed out on Coach McBride, our new coach at our school, but gonna miss it. But I think it's the football time is over, yeah. But I'm gonna miss it.
All right, Cade, so now you have the title of state champion in California. Is it logical to say the next goal for you would be a national championship?
Oh, 100%. Heading up to Oregon for the high school nationals in 2 weeks. Definitely want to win that. And then the weekend after, the U20s, going to hopefully represent Team USA for the U20s in Colombia, in Cali, Colombia. So definitely some state champion was the first mark to get, but definitely some bigger aspirations for me to get to the U20 team in a national championship.
Cade, it sounds like, track and field and throwing the shot and the discus, it's really opened up a lot of doors for you. How did you first get introduced to the sport? Like, did someone say, hey, you're a big, strong kid, you should come out here and throw this? Like, how did you first get introduced, and were you surprised how well that you did?
Oh, yeah. So summer going into my freshman year of high school, my cousin, she's up from Oregon. She was a state champion discus thrower up in Oregon, and she throws hammer in college right now. She was visiting with my uncle and stuff, and she kind of just took me out one day and she just kind of taught me how to throw. And then I was like, I'm not doing anything during the springtime, so like, why not give it a shot? And then freshman year definitely was a fun year. And then sophomore year, COVID happened, and I wasn't too serious about it until my junior year, when I had a really good junior year, and I started getting some college interest from it junior year. And I was like, this is I love doing this. Like, it's something new for me to do, and it's easier on the body than football. So yeah, definitely my love for it started really happening my junior year.
Listen, Cade, you are the man. I really appreciate you making time for the Inland Sports Show, even while on vacation down there in Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. Best of luck as you kind of wrap up your prep career, and obviously best of luck when you get to Ann Arbor as part of the Michigan Wolverines, man. Congrats on, just a great high school career.
Totally. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's awesome. This is awesome.
Yes, sir. That is Cade Moran from Murrieta Mesa High School, your CIF State champion in the shot put here on the show. That'll lead us into our first commercial break of the night. When we come back, we'll talk some high school football. We got Jordan Brusig from Aquinas High School coming off that CIF championship in Division 7 just last season. We'll be right back on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
What up, guys? Boost Man here at the Boost Performance Center. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez.
Well, look who it is. We're back here at the Boost Performance Training Center here with the Boost Man himself, Coach Ray Bass. And Coach Bass, here's another gridiron question for you. And again, thanks for all the, the parents out there and maybe some of your athletes who are submitting questions as well for the Boost Man. The question this week is, if there's confusion or misconceptions maybe about children or youth getting into athletic training, what's maybe the biggest one of all, the biggest misconception?
I think the number one misconception that parents and people might have about athletic development is that it consists of just practice and competing. There's not enough time dedicated to actual athletic development, adding lean muscle, getting faster, stronger. You improve all those qualities and you're going to be better at your sport no matter what.
Regardless of the sport, right?
Regardless of the sport.
And you do it all here at Boost?
Absolutely.
All right, that's the Boost Man, Ray Bass, and you can do it here at Boost Performance Training. If you have a gridiron question for the Boost Man for a future edition of this video, make sure you hit the DMs on all their social media platforms. That is Boost Training.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last several years. In fact, we're going on year number 8 of the Inland Sports Show. It has certainly changed and evolved over the years, and you guys have been along for the entire journey. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're on social media, so if you're already following us or subscribing, great. But you can also tell your teammates, your people at school, your family, your friends. There's the Inland Sports YouTube channel, approaching 2 million views. We got several thousand subscribers. We appreciate it. And make sure you share with other folks who might not be subscribing. Same goes for Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. And if you're looking for immediate results, breaking news, we post pictures and shorter videos. Check us out on Twitter. That's Inland_sports on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook. Yeah, we're still doing Facebook. In fact, we live stream the Inland Sports Show on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can check it out there live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. We're also on the Gram, the IG. If you want to see pictures and shorter videos from a lot of the games and events that we go to, you can check it out on Instagram. So if you support us by following along on social media, thank you so much. And if you'd like to take that to the next level, Inland Sports also has a Venmo account. If you'd like to financially support the show, you appreciate the service we provide to the IE, you can do that as well. Again, this is just an opportunity to say thank you to all you guys out there who follow the Inland Sports Show. You watch the Inland Sports Show each and every week. Thank you guys so much, and the best is yet to come. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. Still on the way. We'll check in with Aquinas head football coach Jordan Brusig, but we're talking a lot of football on this show. Very excited to have Alexander Mattison, the pride of Cardinal City, USA, back in his hometown. He's got his I Am Gifted summer camp coming up. San Bernardino High School on Friday, then Cal State San Bernardino as well on Saturday and Sunday. And Alex is coming back not only to coach up some football, but also those life skills. And there's Alexander Mattison at Minnesota Vikings OTAs and minicamp. And you might notice he's got a new football number. He's going back to number 2. He was number 25 for the Minnesota Vikings the previous seasons. Now he's number 2, and that's going back to his roots because Alexander grew up playing youth football in San Bernardino, wearing the number 2, and he's back at it now in the NFL. So excited to see Deuce back in that familiar number 2 for the Minnesota Vikings. We had a chance to talk to Alexander Mattison about life in the NFL and his upcoming I Am Gifted camp. So check it out. Here's Alexander Mattison.
So we are thrilled to have Alexander Mattison on the show right now. And Alex, we will get to the camp. I promised you that. But I did want to ask you about going to number 2 this upcoming season with the Minnesota Vikings. I guess if you're a local football fan here in San Bernardino, it's not a big shock because he used to be number 2, right? Now you're kind of just going back to what you used to wear. Is that safe to say? Is that correct?
Yeah. Going back to the roots, man. It's been a process and trying to see if, it'd be possible. And, we finally cracked the code and they let me switch back to the 2, man. It started off with North San Bernardino Cowboys when I was 6 years old. rocking number 2. And, that's where the dream all started. And I'm living out that dream now. So it's awesome to be living it out right back in that too.
That's so awesome, man. And listen, I appreciate your time. I know you're very busy with the OTAs and the mini camp coming up. And of course your camp back here, back home. And Alex, I got to say, a lot of folks have actually asked me, oh, when, is Alex, doing the camp and when is it? And so there's a lot of, people excited about this camp. And now it's 3 days, San Bernardino High School, Cal State San Bernardino. I know you're tied in with, obviously you're I Am Gifted. I can see it on your hat right there. Can you kind of explain why you want to make your camp more than just, football drills, more than just here's how you catch a football, here's how you throw it, here's how you block and all that stuff? It's much more than that for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's much more than that. It's a movement. I Am Gifted. We're all about trying to just provide people the opportunity to really explore the gifts that they have within and unlock the potential that they have within. And that's why it's a lot much more than just football. If I didn't play football, I knew that, I would use my gifts. I would find that to do something else. And I have a lot of different friends and teammates that who may not be playing football now, but are using their gifts in a way to shed some light in the world. So we want to encourage these kids, that football is a tool to use to get a higher education, to continue to learn those skills of discipline and hard work. But it shouldn't be the end goal if that's not what, life has for you. So just providing that information and then emphasizing mental health and financial literacy is something that I'm really passionate about, because in today's world, mental health is starting to be more accepted and talked about more, but it's just not talked about enough. There's not enough resources out there, especially for the youth. So we want to provide that information. We want to provide those resources and kind of just start that conversation and open up that vulnerability at a young age, where these young student athletes can learn how to not only process their emotions, but be vulnerable and be expressive in that sense, so that, mental health is not an issue as they transition into the next stages of their life.
And Alex, I think it carries a lot of weight because it's coming from an NFL star. You know what I mean? It's coming from you, and a lot of these kids at your camp, they're going to be San Bernardino kids or Rialto kids, Colton, Redlands, whatever. And they're going to look at you and be like, well, Alex did it and he's giving me great advice. I should listen to this guy. And I think we talked about this before. I when I was a kid, I never went to camps that had someone that I could look up to, like from my hometown, like, oh man, you know what? This guy did it. He had some of the same struggles I did. He made something of himself. Is that important to you? Like when you come back to your hometown to kind of relay that message to, the next Alexander Mattison might be in your camp this weekend.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about, is coming back and really just showing these kids that you can do it. I was a kid in the same circumstances, in the same city, grew up walking the same streets as some of these kids. And I want them to understand that it's not far-fetched. And that's why, me, along with some guys out of the IE are going to pop in. Dante Dion's supposed to be coming in. Got Sharice Wright. And then some, the local guys like Rayshawn Thomas, who's a boxer. And then Montre and Day-Day, as these guys, John Williams. These guys are still, going through the process of, living out that dream, but, going to school and doing the right things and just putting themselves in the right position to live out whatever dream it is that they have in front of them. So, I want these kids to be able to see that and reach their hands out and touch something that's tangible, not something that's super far-fetched, because I came from the same thing that they are walking through right now every day.
All right, so Alex, on Friday we have the camp at San Bernardino High School, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's for like the younger guys, but you also have the high school kids coming in as well. And yes, you will learn these life skills as well, but you're going to give them some good football knowledge as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. We want to tie in, athletics with life off the field. But, we want to make sure you guys, understand that, we are looking at some of these kids and, there might be some prizes at the end that could incentivize these kids to give it their all out there. Give them the combine-like experience where they can get real laser times and really get out there and compete. That's one thing this game is awesome is just you get to compete, you get to go out there and showcase your skills. And so we want to put on a showcase, let these kids show their gifts out there.
All right, Alex, what's something that you know now that you wish you would have known when let's say you were a sophomore or a junior or senior at San Bernardino High School? What do you know about football or about life now that you're like, man, if I would have known that would have unlocked so many different things? Oh,
man, there's so much. Really, I guess anything is possible. I had a lot of doubt in myself throughout that time. And, it was a blessing to have scholarship offers come in and go off to Boise State. And if I really just understood that, I think I might have been able to take my game to a little bit of another level, just not holding myself back mentally. And that's where my passion for mental health came to, is just I didn't have those resources. I didn't have that knowledge about mental health to know, and get out of those dark places throughout the time. So I'd say, some good mental health practices, and just really not trying to be the savior, be the hero of, this story that was kind of written for me, and just be understanding that, it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And that probably would have lightened the load and helped me out along the way.
Yeah, I'd imagine there was a lot of pressure, trying to, in high school, trying to get the scholarship. And once you get to college, trying to, get to the NFL and, the draft and the combine and all that, all those eyeballs on you and trying to, prove something to everybody else, I suspect.
Yeah, definitely. And, throughout that time, I had a great support system in my family and some, coaches and, a lot of the leaders in San Bernardino who still, support me to this day. I think that's one of the things I could say I love about San Bernardino. We all support each other. We all look out for one another. And I think that's something that's going to be able to help us turn it around. And so that's why I want to make sure that I can continue to give back and just try and build up the youth, build up the community, and make some great things happen for the 909.
Alex, we love to hear it, man, and I always appreciate your time. Again, I know you're very busy. You're doing a lot of stuff off the football field, but now the football season's really ramping up for you too, with OTAs and mini camps, and of course coming back home and doing your camp. So again, guys, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Alex, if people want to get more information, is there a website they can go to and get that?
Yeah, so it'll be on athletesforlife.org is the sign up and all the information there. And then, if you follow I'm Gifted on Instagram, I'm gifted.2. And you follow me, Alex_Mattison22. We're always posting stuff. We're always giving updates. So, hope you guys stay updated, tune in, and join the movement.
He's the best, and we will be out there at Alexander Mattison's camp to get some video and some interviews as well. He mentioned some other NFL guys out there as well. And in a couple weeks, Kenny Clark will have his camp at Carter High School. We'll be there as well. All right, that'll lead us into another break here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we'll talk high school football with the head coach of the Aquinas Falcons, Jordan Brusig. That's next on the Inland Sports Show.
96.7 KCal Rocks. What's up? It's Patrick and 40. Hey, man, you're watching the Inland Sports Show right here. Make sure you check out Pep, man. It's Inland Sports with Pep, but he's on every Monday and Thursday morning with Sports with Pep, man. You guys rock.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
What up, y'all? Boost Man here with a quick 2 cent. If you want to become a 5-star athlete, here's what you need to do. Number 1, you need to give great effort and never allow your effort to be questioned. Number 2, be accountable for your actions and never blame coaches, teachers, or your parents. Number 3, stay disciplined. Make sure all your actions are moving you in the direction of where you want to go. Number 4, be your best athlete. Make sure you're on the right type of diet, you're speed training, strength training, getting plenty of rest and recovery, and more importantly, you're becoming a student of the game. And finally, number 5, achieve high academic performance, because high performance isn't just limited to sports, it's who you are and all you do. Boost Man.
If you're a local Dodger fan here in the Inland Empire, maybe you had a chance to go out and be a part of that sold-out crowd at Rancho Cucamonga on Sunday to see Clayton Kershaw making a rehab assignment for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. He actually looked pretty good, 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, but he did give up a home run to a guy named Justin Farmer of the Lake Elsinore Storm. So, yeah, I don't know if there was a promotion that day, but if Clayton Kershaw's pitching, all of a sudden it's Clayton Kershaw Day, right? Like everything else goes out the window.
Right.
Let's go to the Dodgers. Let's talk about the Dodgers a little bit. This was kind of an interesting story. There's a guy named Eddie Alvarez that just got called up by the Dodgers, and his claim to fame is he has won 2 silver medals in the Olympics, one as a baseball player, but also one as a speed skater. He won a silver medal in the Winter Olympics, but he was a Dodgers minor leaguer. He got called up and actually had a big base hit yesterday against the Mets, although the Dodgers did lose to the Mets. The final score was 5-4 in 10 innings in that one, so it was a series split. But yeah, Eddie Alvarez is kind of a neat story, guys.
Check it out on KCAL 96.7 FM every Monday and Thursday morning with my boys Patrick and 40. And a big thanks to Alexander Mattison, who just joined us. Vikings mini camp this week, and then back home for his camp on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in San Bernardino. All right, now we're talking high school football. He's one of my favorites. We're not supposed to play favorites, but he is the head coach of the Aquinas Falcons, Jordan Brusig, joining us live from the Brusig Resort somewhere in it's like the Bat Cave. You don't want to say exactly where it is, but it's beautiful. Coach, you guys started summer ball this week, man. Are you fired up to get it cracking again?
Yeah, I was telling the guys today, I felt like it's been so long since we've been at this point in June. You know, we didn't get it last year. I can't even remember, but it felt like it was we took a little bit of time off after the April season, and so now to be back out there it was just awesome this morning.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely feels like more of a regular, normal off season leading up to the season in August. But Coach, I want to talk to you about coming off a CIF Southern Section Championship. Getting ready for another season. I know you're going to lose some key players. I know that, but you've got a lot of guys coming back as well, including JoJo Solis, who we'll talk about in a moment. But are you excited about this group coming back and what those expectations might be for this group?
Yeah, always excited for a new year. I mean, we definitely lost a few key parts on the O-line and the D-line, but, we have a great group of kids. We have a lot of talent, and kids that want to work hard. So I'm just really excited to get these guys rolling.
Coach, now at Aquinas, especially under your leadership, it's not uncommon for the Falcons to not only be in the hunt for a CIF Southern Section Championship, but also be in the mix for, the Southern California regional title and a spot in a state championship game. Again, it's like a revolving door with high school football. There's always kind of new guys always, filtering into the program. But like you said, you lost some guys, but you got a lot of guys coming back. Do you feel good about, maybe how deep this team might be able to go this year?
Oh, we'll see. I mean, we have a tough preseason. We had Etiwanda and Upland last year and added Cajon this year. So, that's been a game, a lot of people have been, wanting for a while. And, I just kind of put the brakes on that for a minute, so at least until Jaden Daniels left. But, we're going to be in a new league, new teams we haven't seen before. So it's definitely going to be a challenge and we're looking forward to it.
All right, Coach, there's a lot to unpack right there with what you just said. Let me start with Cajon. And I know, listen, when you look at your non-league schedule, when I look at it, I'm like, you're basically trying to play for a San Bernardino County championship because you play, the best teams in San Bernardino County. I mean, obviously, you guys, great, CIF championship caliber team, but do you almost feel like you're still trying to prove yourself against the Cajons and the Etiwandas and the Rancho Cucamongas and some of those schools out there and Upland,
Those are all just great football teams. And we're concerned with just being, the best version of us every single day. And that could get us beat. That could get us a big win. But I think that playing against Upland, playing against Etiwanda, those guys have great coaches. They have great kids. Playing against Cajon, same thing. It's the best that this area has to offer. And so, if we want to get any better, if we want to continue to develop and improve at what we're doing, then we need to make sure that we're at least keeping pace with those schools.
All right, Coach, now let's go to that new league. And I think at least on Max Preps, they call it the Tier 1 League. I don't know if it's going to get a formal name at some point. But, you're going to see some new schools in league play. Are you excited about that? And who are those new schools?
Yeah, really excited about it. Got a couple of drives ahead of us. But we have Heritage Christian, Valley Christian, Village Christian, and Ontario's still there, and our old foe Big Bear back on the schedule. So we'll be going back up to the mountain. But I heard they're going to give us a Friday night game this year, so that's a lot of fun.
Oh, so yeah, because usually Big Bear, man, they play like those 1 o'clock kickoffs up there on the mountain, which is a beautiful field actually up there. Yeah, we've played
quite a few games up there and had some difficult ones and also were able to take a couple from them. So, it's going to be fun to head back up there.
Well, Coach, listen, I really appreciate your time. I will let you get back to the Brusig Resort so you can kind of, chill out and relax a little bit as summer football continues for you guys.
Yeah, man, just watching the hockey game. Go Avs.
That's right, Stanley Cup playoff time, man. We're getting close to the finals, aren't we?
Dude, high school football and the Stanley Cup playoffs is the best part of June. And then the U.S. Open next week. This is the best time to be a sports fan.
That is awesome. Coach Brusig, listen, man, you're one of my favorites. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I'm probably going to pop into a practice pretty soon.
Yeah, love to have you, Pep. Thanks, man, so much.
Yes, sir. That is Jordan Brusig, head football coach for the Aquinas Falcons here on the Inland Sports Show. All right, when we come back here on the show, we're going to check in with Clayton Kershaw, rehab assignment for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. When will he return to the Dodgers? We'll talk more about that when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
The #1 sporting goods store in the Inland Empire is Ken's Sporting Goods in Norco. Whether you need new uniforms for the entire team, a Letterman's jacket, or new cleats for the upcoming season, check out Ken's Sporting Goods. Plus, now you can order masks with your favorite team, school, business, and more. Order for your entire team or organization. Visit kinsportinggoods.com for more information and for the latest on the big sales. Make sure to follow Kin Sporting Goods on Instagram and Twitter. So if you need team uniforms or sports gear, there's only one place to go in the Inland Empire. That's Kin Sporting Goods. Calling all athletes. Make sure you're at your very best by training at Boost Performance Training in Corona. Whether you're a football player, soccer player, baseball player, lacrosse, athletes from all sports and all levels train at Boost Performance Training. Led by former Centennial High School football star Ray Bass, you'll develop explosive power, become faster, and add that lean muscle. Don't be left behind and get a leg up on the competition at Boost Performance Training. Visit boosttrainingsystems.com for information on their training programs and also on the Bass School. That's the Bass Alternative School for student athletes. Trying to earn a scholarship? Maybe make the varsity team? Get a spot in the starting lineup? Well, let Boost Performance Training help achieve your athletic goals. This segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. Since 1976, Kin Sporting Goods has been number one in the Inland Empire, providing team uniforms, sports equipment, Letterman jackets, and more. Visit them off Hamner in Norco or online at kinsportinggoods.com. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Join Ray Bass and his experienced coaching staff for sports training to become bigger, stronger, and faster. Athletes from all sports, boys and girls, are welcome. Plus, learn more about the Bass Private School at boosttrainingsystems.com. And Danny's Pizza in Yucaipa. Looking for the best pizza in the Inland Empire? Look no more. You'll find it at Danny's Pizza off of Yucaipa Boulevard. Mention the Inland Sports Show and get 20% off your next order. So the next time you're ordering pizza for your family or maybe your entire team, make sure it's Danny's Pizza.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. Big thanks to Jordan Brusig, the head football coach for the Aquinas Falcons, here joining us. A shout out to our 66ers ticket giveaway winner for this week. It is Trey Phillips from Corona. Congratulations, Trey. You are going to a 66ers game with 4 free tickets, and we're giving away tickets each and every week here on the Inland Sports Show throughout the Inland Empire 66ers season. So if you're watching the show, just slide into the DMs, give us your name, the city where you're from. That's how you enter. It's that easy, and we'll post a reminder on social media as well. But for this week, Trey Phillips from Corona, congratulations. You're going to the 66ers. All right, now let's talk some more Cal League baseball. Take you out to Rancho Cucamonga, the Quakes, as Dodgers great Clayton Kershaw was on a rehab assignment out there at Lone Mart Field, and there is Kershaw. It's the old S joint, which is, it's kind of like the pelvis, leg, spine area. Little inflammation there, but Clayton Kershaw well on his way back. Looked pretty good for Rancho Cuc. Went 4 innings, struck out 7. He did give up a home run in that game, but looked pretty good overall as he's trying to get some work in to get back to the Dodgers rotation. It looks like he'll rejoin the team this week and even get a start up in San Francisco this weekend. So if you're a local Dodger fan, hopefully you had a chance to head out there to Rancho Cucamonga and check out the great Clayton Kershaw out there on a rehab assignment. All right, big thanks to all our guests tonight. We just mentioned Jordan Brusig. We also had Alexander Mattison, Minnesota Vikings running back, and he is a state champion and a future Michigan Wolverine from Murrieta Mesa. Cade Moran, your state champion in the CIF shot put. My name is Pep Fernandez. Johnny Nunez behind the scenes. He's the director of the Inland Sports Show, here live and amplified at Team Vision TV 16. Stay safe out there. God bless you. We will see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.